everybody. Welcome to the Camera Club. As you can see today, we have quite the crew here, and we also have a new configuration of our meeting room, although this is going to be the new computer room here at the club. There's other areas where we're going to have meeting rooms and stuff in here, and over the next 3, 4, 5 months, hopefully, there will be construction going on, and we'll get everything fixed up. But right now, this new computer room is really going to be nice. Each workstation has its own computer. So we've got some PCs in here. We're going to have some Macs in here, film scanners, all kinds of good stuff. So anyway, that's just a little preview. So come to the club. You can check these things out. So to start today, we've got Larry is up in the Great White North, and he is going to share a video with us. Larry, go ahead. Tell us what it's about, and then let's try it.
My little town of Kincardine has as Phil has commented, it's a great little town in the summertime.
It's great in the
We
summer.
have a lot of festivals that go on. 1st of July, which is Canada Day, they have the Kincardine Scottish Festival and Highland Games, which is fun. The next month, first week in August, the next week in July, second week in July, is the Blues Festival. So I've got a little video I put together on that, shot it all with a phone, so it's not great stuff, but it's fun. I think it captures the feel of it. So I'll see if I can get it going here. We'll see what happens. The Kincardine Blues Festival is a weekend I look forward to every year. The main street is turned into a pedestrian mall. But it's not just great music. The gathering of classic British sports cars that I remember from an earlier era is eye candy for me. This blue Austin Healey reminds me of one in which I took my future wife on a first date to a military ball. After I graduated, my budget limited me to the smaller version of the Austin Healey Sprite, seen here as we headed off on our honeymoon, the iconic Bug Eyes style Sprite. My favorite car, that I could only look at but never touch, was the Morgan. A display of British sports cars is never complete without a beautiful Jaguar, also perennially out of my reach.
And thanks all of you for listening. Really appreciate it. Okay. One.
Wandering from one band to another was a great way to spend an afternoon.
Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun. Oh, come on, Chris. Well, jambalaya, pumpkin pie, here we go. But tonight I'm gonna see my share. Guitar, feel too dark, and we give. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun.
It was another enjoyable summer weekend in Kincardine.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
What do we think?
I think Hank Williams never had a sax in it. Other than that, I thought it was great.
Like that. It looked like it was a great day.
It was fun. It was great. It was fun. Like I say, I try to get to it every year. I don't hit the Scottish Festival every year, but I do get to that one. Yeah.
I loved the bringing in the pictures back from when you were young with your wife.
That was very cool.
I'm sorry?
She said she loved the photo that you had with you and your wife. And
Oh, that one. Yeah.
that was nice.
Yeah. It was also 60 years ago. 61, actually.
That's okay. Well, you know, the one thing, I always love your narration. Your voice is just great for narration, and the way you have written everything out, talking about the cars and stuff, I just always enjoy that. So
Good, I'm glad.
big kudos on that. So
Thank
well
you.
done. All right, does everybody else have anything? Any suggestions, or you're all good?
Tripod.
Well, it's
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't have a steady cam for my phone. And don't expect to get one either, because I don't use it all that much. This was a spur of the moment thing. And I wouldn't have tried to use a tripod there anyway. I would have had to have a steady cam for that kind of a setup.
sure.
How many bands do they have?
Well, there are those three plus another one. There are those three venues plus another one, and bands rotated through those venues. And I don't know how many. I only stayed there for about an hour.
Like Ron says, everybody
I
there.
got to run. Sorry, my wife's calling me, guys.
Okay. Well, thank you, Larry.
Thanks, Larry.
All right. Sherry Lynn, you've got two videos to show. Which one would you like to see first?
Let's do Cappadocia.
Okay.
So I had worked with some of you in here, gave me some, this is a finished product where earlier what I shared was in progress. So I made the adjustments that were recommended, and I'm happy to get to share this with you from all the great input that I got.
Where is Cappadocia for those of us who do
It's
not
in the
know?
middle of Turkey.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's see what we got here.
Time for our Viking ocean cruise adventure. Starting point, Cappadocia via Istanbul, Turkey. En route, we had a canceled flight, delayed arrival, and about 48 hours with no sleep. Saving graces, awesome United reps, and our luggage arrived with us. We landed safely and boarded our bus to begin our tour of Cappadocia. First off, I noticed cars, just like ours, and gas stations, and traffic signals.
This place is another small county. It actually looks like a village. It is a county, but everything, all these homes and people are very traditional. They look sometimes kind of old-fashioned. You may see villagers still wearing their bluesy, baggy trousers, and ladies are usually in their headscarves. As you can see, the terrain is changing. We are entering the fascinating region of fairy chimneys.
a geological wonder that became a network of handmade caves, living quarters, churches, stables, and storehouses. This particular room was a dining room for the monks that lived there. Even our hotel was built out of such rocks. As we pulled up to our hotel in Cappadocia, it appeared absolutely magical. Stunning views, delicious food. Along the drive, our guide had stressed how peaceful and quiet it would be. We anticipated much-needed sleep in our charming room. However, the mosque next door had different plans. There was still no sleep to be had for me, as I was up at 3 for a balloon ride experience. Thank you. Since I bought one.
Yeah, that's right. Hello! Everybody, please! Good morning. Bye-bye, Kenna. Goodbye.
She's so great.
Everybody okay, right?
Yeah.
155 balloons.
155 balloons total today. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Along with this balloon ride.
2, 3.
Would you guess this market is on top of an underground city?
So there were a couple of things slowing the enemies down. First of all, they could never know exactly which direction to go. Secondly, there were always specific points where these tunnels got blocked up completely.
I'm sure glad we had a guide. We got to observe some incredible handiwork. One of our favorite stops was about Turkish carpets.
Welcome to House Matis. My name is Cem. I will try to give you some basic information what we're doing here, if you don't mind. In Turkey, you would see, not in the cities, but in the villages, people are making carpets. They have their own looms, and they would mostly teach it to their daughters, so this would pass from mother to daughter. You want to understand, in Turkey there are no factories where you will see that these carpets are made. Everything is made at home.
How long does it take to build the carpet?
This carpet, when it will be finished, it's going to have about 450,000 double nuts, and it will be 6 feet wide, 8 feet long. She would need about 90 days to finish this carpet. And as you see, she'll be using a heavy iron comb so that she can hit the nuts to make them tight and close. Tied up to that wheel. Once you turn the wheel, and you can easily unwind the silk from the cocoon. You like to put your hand here? Çevir abla. You really want to walk on these, feel the softness.
And yes, we bought one. It looks lovely in our home. Now for the grand finale.
What do we think? Zoomers as well. Did a nice job. I mean, really. Your travel videos are absolutely wonderful. Your energy that you present with these videos is great in terms of there's an excitement and enthusiasm in your narration, and it really comes through. And I always love that. The only minor thing that I have,
And there's always something.
well, yeah, but this is such a minor thing, but it's the sound issue.
Yeah.
And really, I noticed it. It wasn't too bad throughout, but at the very end, when you had the Turkish dancers,
Yeah.
man, when that first came in, it was blaring. I mean, it was loud.
Well, this, you gotta remember what we're listening to. It's not the best sound.
No, I know this isn't the best sound, but I think of it just in terms of throughout the first part of the video, your levels were pretty good in terms of your music was great versus your narration, which I loved in terms of that level. But then I really noticed it a little bit on the balloon thing where it's like that ambient sound was really up. And then at the end with the dancers. Now, again, these are just minor things.
I think your sound is so much better than when you first started doing these tonight, the mix, but it's, I think it's a lot in the playback. I really do.
Well, I think
part of it has to do, I think, with your point, that's the way it sounds. I mean, it's just loud and off key and stuff like that.
Well, the balloon sound, particularly those burners, that's the way they sound.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unless it's deafening.
You know, it's like you wonder.
I wanted to share an experience.
Sure.
Yeah. Wanted to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I would agree. I think it's just a thing.
Nitpicky.
I'm nitpicking. Of course I'm nitpicking. No. Go ahead.
I have a question. How many people were on that balloon ride?
4,000.
No, in your
best.
In my best 28.
Good.
I know this one was firing all the time. I was sitting there going,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's ever silent? Did you
No.
sit there and enjoy the silence of it?
Never.
He just had such a load, he had the burners all over. Well, the one that wasn't the one she was in. The one you saw, the one basket was that car.
Yeah, the minibus.
That's why I wanted to know how many were in the basket. Because no wonder it was so loud and all and constant.
Yeah.
And constant.
But there were a heck of a lot more balloons there than what they have in Albuquerque.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, was that a special event or was that just an everyday occurrence here?
It's a tourism.
One part of the income for that region.
Okay.
And the part that was so spectacular is the landscape that we're going over. It was just so.
I was landed.
I landed.
Had to throw out a couple of tourist balls.
And then we got
This was the iPhone what? iPhone what?
Well, she had GoPro too.
it was a combination of my GoPro and Pixel.
I don't know, probably no one notices but me. But in the very beginning, there's a shot of the power lines going across a valley. The camera couldn't resolve the lines.
No.
That was weird.
I'll have to look at
That's
that.
why I was curious what the camera was.
All in all, I mean, that's gonna make a great travelogue video, and the length of it is great in terms of that kind of thing. It's not like we're sitting there and we're watching it and 5 minutes in, we're like, oh my God, when's this gonna be over? No. That went on a great amount of time, and so well done.
Well, that had never happened.
What, did they get too long?
No, but I mean, but when is this gonna be over?
So the other part of the trip then was the actual cruise part, and I had done one video, and then again, you guys worked with me,
Right.
so I thought I wasn't gonna adjust it, but I had to. You guys give me such great input. So I cut it in half and I took out different things, shortened things,
Sure.
you know, and so now it's in 2 parts.
Good.
It's still a lot of information, but at least it's not all at one time, you know, watching in 2 sections instead of 1. But I wasn't gonna take the time. I've got those to share, but
Right.
not today, you know, because that's a lot.
Sure.
The other one that I have
Yeah.
today, I'm starting a little series for my grandkids. And it's called Storytime with Lala, because I'm Lala to my grandkids. And this is the first one that I did, and I am looking for suggestions because I want to make I want to do a bunch of them, and I'd like to do them well, even though it's just for the kids. But I kind of have in my head that if if I can get it good enough, I'd like to be able to do it public on YouTube.
Sure.
But right now, they're on YouTube, but it's on YouTube, but it's just
Private.
private.
Or unlisted.
You know, for the kids, but,
All right,
um,
well, let's check that out.
story time with Lala. There was a coyote that swallowed a flea. There was a coyote who swallowed a flea, plucked from his knee that tickly flea. Yippee-o-ki-yee! There was a coyote who swallowed a lizard. It slipped and it slithered right down his gizzard. He swallowed the lizard to catch the flea, plucked from his knee that tickly flea. Yippee-o-ki-yee! There was a coyote. He swallowed a snake. It tasted like steak, that rattling snake. He swallowed the snake to catch the lizard. He swallowed the lizard to catch the flea, plucked from his knee that tickly flea. Yippee-o-ki-yee! There was a coyote who swallowed a bird. That's what I heard. He swallowed a bird. He swallowed the bird to catch the snake. He swallowed the snake to catch the lizard. He swallowed the lizard to catch the flea, plucked from his knee that tickly flea. Yippee-o-ki-yee! There was a coyote who swallowed a chili. Call him silly to swallow a chili. He swallowed the chili to season the bird. He swallowed the bird to catch the snake. He swallowed the snake to catch the lizard. He swallowed the lizard to catch the flea, plucked from his knee that tickly flea. Yippee-o-ki-yee! There was a coyote who swallowed a cactus. It takes a lot of practice to swallow a cactus. He swallowed the cactus to go with the chili. He swallowed the chili to season the bird. He swallowed the bird to catch the snake. He swallowed the snake to catch the lizard. He swallowed the lizard to catch the flea, plucked from his knee that tickly flea. Yippee-o-ki-yee! There was a coyote who swallowed a hat, a 10-gallon hat, in 10 seconds flat. He swallowed the hat right after the cactus. He swallowed the cactus to go with the chili. He swallowed the chili to season the bird. He swallowed the bird to catch the snake. He swallowed the snake to catch the lizard. He swallowed the lizard to catch the flea, plucked from his knee that tickly flea. Yippee-o-ki-yee! There was a coyote who swallowed a boot. What a hoot! It swallowed a boot. He swallowed the boot to stomp the hat. He swallowed the hat right after the cactus. He swallowed the cactus to go with the chili. He swallowed the chili to season the bird. He swallowed the bird to catch the snake. He swallowed the snake to catch the lizard. He swallowed the lizard to catch the flea, plucked from his knee that tickly flea. Yippee-o-ki-yee! There was a coyote who swallowed a bowl. Right. You'd think he was full after gulping that bowl. He swallowed the bowl to squash the boot. He swallowed the boot to stomp the hat. He swallowed the hat right after the cactus. He swallowed the cactus to go with the chili. He swallowed the bird to catch the snake. He swallowed the snake to catch the lizard. He swallowed the lizard to catch the flea, plucked from his knee that tickly flea. Yippee-o-ki-yee! There was a coyote who swallowed the moon. Burp, is breakfast soon?
You know you can't go public with this.
Well, did not, But that's one of my questions. YouTube didn't say for any.
This is giant copyright jail.
So if I reach out to the author of that book
Get it in writing.
and get permission in writing.
Yep.
You think you make a big deal out of it, does not have any views?
Oh, trust me, there are lawsuits over much less than this. This is a whole book.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe the guy, maybe the author, man or woman, whoever wrote this and illustrated, may think this is wonderful. Have this on YouTube for advertising and give you permission, but I'd get it.
Yeah, okay.
You know, the problem.
And sometimes they'll do it. You know?
Sure, well, that's, you had that with the music.
Yeah.
So you never know when you reach out to somebody, what they yes or no or whatever. I think as long as the video is private, YouTube's not gonna flag it.
Yep, they probably won't.
Because it's not going out to the general public, so if it just, yep. Unlisted,
So I have this on the one where you send the link.
yeah, and they're not gonna.
I don't even think they run the checkers on those that much.
Yeah,
But the publisher also. So you
I
got,
tried to do that even on private, on the one that I did for my grandson where I used Here Come the Sun music.
right,
That one, they just blocked it. immediately,
sure.
Even on the private level, so I can't even have a store my YouTube.
Sure.
I never had one blocked. I have a lot of them marked with copyright
Yeah,
notifications on them. So, none of them can really allow it.
well, ever since the people started stealing music, the composers, you know, ASCAP BMI, they've just taken a really tough stance on anything. But this is a totally different world.
Yeah.
You have pictures and
Yeah.
the text and all that, which I'm sure if you look on the book, I'm sure it says copyright somewhere.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the thing that is fun about it is I can see that being a virtual grandma to the grandkids in terms of reading them a story or a book like that. And you do such a great job with that. I mean, that your enthusiasm come through as you read it. And I also like that you did the split screen kind of thing where you've got you in there and then you're bringing up some of those pictures. And that really helped too, especially on, you know, when it got to the thing where there's about 8 things that are going on with the coyote. I like that you had that, you would bring up some of those pictures so we could see it as you're reading it. That was well done.
Well, there was a guy in the camera club who did eat a lot of those things. So it's not totally made up.
Couple of considerations, this is to be critical. One is possibly you dress up in a costume or a theme for whatever it is. So like that, have
like that,
you know, cowgirl hat on or stuff like that to give some more clarity. The other is consider using a teleprompter. So you're actually looking at the camera instead of turned towards, and there's a free app that you can get for teleprompter that works very well.
You might consider a microphone as well. But you don't have capability, right?
You could plug something into the phone.
Yeah.
They've got adapters that you can plug a little mic in.
Because it's in the living room, it's all hard
Right.
surfaces, and
Yeah.
the sound wasn't great.
Yeah.
But I thought the idea was wonderful. It's just that you will enjoy a lot of other people in that jail.
Really? How can that be?
So I have a question that you folks in the room can probably help her with, and that is lighting. The reflection on her glasses and the reflection on the book. Can you give her some suggestions on how she might adjust the lighting?
Well, probably
It's all ambient.
It's ambient, but I'd say probably about the only thing you could do is she's facing the window to get light on herself, and obviously it's getting a reflection on the book. Almost if you would turn, so let's say that the TV here is the window, the big window. Instead of being like this and reading and, you know, doing that, you turn 90 degrees. Now you're looking into the house. You maybe don't have that reflection on the pages. You're still getting some nice side light on you, so you're not completely black or turned all the way around, and now you're looking at the window and you're blowing out the picture.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a thought.
For people with glasses, I don't know, I think you guys know this, that that if you just tip the earpiece up about a quarter of an inch off of your back of your ear, don't change it on your nose, but just tip it up a little bit. That changes the angle of your glasses, and you will not get that reflection.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, and it's an easy thing to do.
I didn't mind the reflection in the glasses as much as the book.
The book.
The book was a little bit more shaky. That's why I was glad you were bringing up those images up on the screen, because really at times you couldn't see what was going on. But again, that's going here.
I was wondering on the book if you could actually take a shot of the page itself, and then do the transition where it's a page turner. That may eliminate some of the reflection and things like that.
Yeah, and that's the ones I did take pictures of the pages, and that was the ones when they
popped up.
Because the first time when I just looked at them, going, oh, this just isn't right. So I took pictures of all the pages, and then I was inserting them, and
maybe starting out with the actual book itself, whereas it looks like you're reading out of the book to the kids, but then transition to a still shot of the page, so they can actually, it doesn't distract in terms of the reflections and stuff like that. And then you do the page turning effect.
That's what her looking at the book, right? Reading it.
Yeah, but maybe a consideration is do an over the shoulder shot where the camera's coming from back here and you show the book and show you turning the pages.
Yeah, but I like seeing her expressions in there. The animation, seeing her face.
That's why I thought the teleprompter would work also. She could have more facial.
Oh, sure. I'm just thinking of that over the shoulder shot.
Yeah, but the idea is she's reading the book.
Yes.
Right. So the teleprompter, I know what you're saying. If she was doing something else, that teleprompter is great. But here she's, you're trying to relate.
It's grandma.
Grandma is reading the book.
Yeah.
The pictures look so much sharper than the live action stuff. I don't know, different cameras, or what did you do?
No,
you scan them? Or?
I took photographs with my Pixel.
Yeah.
But when I did the photograph with Pixel, I did the video with my GoPro.
Oh, boys, what a sharp contrast.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Monica.
At the very beginning, when you first started, the picture that was on that still shot that you had lagged behind the story. I was one of those as a child that if mom or grandma or grandpa wasn't turning the page fast enough, it drove me crazy. And it sort of did here too, is because, okay, you're still on this shot, but you're on another page. You're reading from another page. I can see where the lengthy ones come in, that you stay on those, but at the very beginning, you're already 2 pages or a page and a half ahead of what you're showing. And I don't know if you want to fix that, but being OCD like I am, it's like well, I didn't say that as a child, but
you got your mouth washed out.
But just because I absolutely loved it, because it is grandma to grandkids.
Yes.
And they don't care because it's grandma reading to them. This is just somebody nitpicky on the side going.
Well, you picked a great book.
Yes.
The story is great. The illustration, fabulous.
Yeah.
Is there any way you could actually have the grandkids or what you want to do it?
So this will be coming because while I was visiting them, we videoed me doing story times with them. So there will be some interesting stuff coming out of that. I'm not sure how quickly. I was hoping to work on it before heading to Thailand, but I've got so much on my plate right now. I don't know if I'll get it done before, to show it again, to try one of those before we go or not. But I have footage with the grandkids to try to do
Yeah, you did like two different sessions. One you did the one you did, and the one with your grandkids.
Yeah.
They're interacting and then kind of mix them, edit it together. I don't know how it worked all in one session.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, try it and see, you know, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, you cut
Sherry?
the showing
Sherry?
rapid.
Oh, it's Gene button in. We did a lot of this when I worked in instructional technology at the Detroit Public Schools. And the best ones were the ones where the teacher read the book with some little kid sitting in front of her. And there were portions where the people operating the camera could do double camera and you could get some facial expressions from the kids, the reading of the story out loud, the page of the book makes for a really interesting video at that point.
Nice.
You know, my kids, they were actually sitting beside me while we were reading it, so it'll be interesting to see how it comes out and how loved it and stuff.
I think it's like anything, it's just trial and error. You try it, you see how it looks, how does it come together, and then you make adjustments as, okay, next time I do this, I'm gonna do this or whatever. Or if it works right out of the box, great. So
that documents the kids are there, that documents them at that age and how it carry more value long term.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
And just think something that when I know that they started this at my high school back in South Dakota, where you take videos of the kids when they were growing up to show during the graduation ceremony. That would be a great shot with the kids beside you.
Yeah.
Reading the book.
Awesome.
That would be a memory that they'd have forever.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Good job.
And Sherry, you might have some good luck contacting the author because I believe that's a local Southern Arizona author. So you might have a little bit better luck than contacting somebody who was, you know, a national author. I just tried one because they've all been teasing me about getting all my copyright violations. So I'm doing a documentary for an animal rescue place here in Michigan. So there's a country western song called Choose Me. And I did contact the people and they referred me over to a website they have where animal rescue groups can have permission to use the audio. And all I have to do was fill out the form. So it's kind of sometimes asking does produce positive results. You got to give it a shot.
Quick question for you, Gene. Do you think if she's going to contact the author, would she be better off putting in just a written request or sending the actual video and say, here's what I've done, this is why I'm doing it? Which approach do you think would be a better approach?
Personally, I'd say send her a clip of the video. That makes it personal. You're not then some big corporation trying to scam out the book. You're just some lady down the street who wants to use it. You probably have better luck.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
Okay.
When you go public with that, are you intending to monetize it?
I haven't considered monetizing. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know.
You have to have 1,000 subscribers to monetize.
I know they've started putting commercials on some of my videos, but.
Well, the author and the publisher, that's what they're going to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say.
You're saying
I contacted that
right.
Those two brothers for their music. I said, this is only for private, or I said, I put this out to friends and family, but I'm not monetizing it to let them know that I'm not trying to make money on this. I got a response back within an hour saying, go ahead, we're glad to use it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that idea of not saying I'm going to make money off of this.
Yeah.
So this is for the grandkids and whoever else wants to look in and away you go.
Yeah. I did one other thing because I have a project in production, I'll put it that way, for the grandkids too. And what I've done though, it's on my travels. And so I got two Playmobil, a king and a queen Playmobil. So every national park I go to, I take and I put it up on top of the sign, welcome to Moab or stuff like that. And then I speak from the third party, like we are there as subjects of the king and queen, and we're exploring this area. And here's some of the cool things that we found that we're going to report. And just keep it short, like less than 5 minutes and everything. But just kind of expose them to some things, but make it fun too. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Seeing that.
What's that?
I'll look forward to seeing.
Yeah. That's in production with about 30 other projects.
There you go. Does anybody have anything from Zoom that they would like to talk about before we wrap up today, or here in the club? Anybody have anything?
I'd like an update on the equine project.
Sure. I will give a little update on Equine Voices. Quick goodie for those that don't know. We're doing a club project here with Multimedia Group with Equine Voices. And that's the animal rescue place. They have the horses and the burros and stuff down in Amado. And we've done a teaser video for them. There's 3 videos that we're working on. The first one was a teaser video for the big fundraiser that's coming up on November 5th. We've already done that. The second video is a video that's going to be shown at the fundraiser. It's going to be about 4 or 5 minutes long max. And we're telling the story of one of the horses, Angelique. And so we've had an editing session here at the club just last week on Thursday. And we edited the first part. We've got 3 parts to that video. The second part has already been edited and is done. And we wrote 1/3, the last third of the video. We're almost done with that too. So that should be ready to go in the next couple of weeks. I'd say sometime after Thanksgiving, we will start to then work on editing the bigger video, which will be about 8 to 10 minutes long. And that maybe will be the story of Equine Voices, how they got started. We have the interview with the founder and president, Karen Pomeroy, that we did about 5, 6 weeks ago. And so anyway, she was on camera for about 25 minutes. So we're going to have to do a little cutting and splicing and everything else and figuring out what we want that long video to be. For those that have time that are here in Green Valley, we need photos and video of Angelique in the next 2 weeks. We've got some stuff, but we want to see her progress now that she's come back from the animal hospital in Gilbert. She's doing really fabulous, absolutely fabulous. So anyway, we're going to have that wrapped up and ready to go for November 5th. And then beyond that, once we get done with all of this, there's been talk of some other video projects for the multimedia group. And we've had some suggestions thrown out there, and we'll see maybe after the first of the year, once we get done with Equine Voices, and say, okay, now here's another project we can tackle as a group and go from there. So anyway, it's all coming.
Kevin, we're doing in the process a quick member survey of things that our members would like to be made aware of, or for classes. And I can't tell you how many of them come up with documentaries. They'd like to learn how to make documentaries. So I think this might be a perfect tie-in later in the year. We can add some more people to the group, because that seems to be a point of high interest right now.
Great. Well, the other goodie too is I'm recording a video that'll be shown for the speaker series a week from Thursday on the 20th, I believe. Unfortunately, I'm going to be on location. I won't be able to be there live, but I'm recording it. We're going to be sharing some of these videos. It's basically on Equine Voices and talk what we're doing as a group. And I think it's going to be really a nice little thing to get people interested. So yeah, anything we can do to get more people interested in the club and having some sessions like we did the editing sessions here. We had about 5 or 6 people, and it worked out great. And then on the last one that we did on Thursday, we actually Zoomed it, and that worked out nicely too. So we can definitely try that going forward.
I didn't get an invitation to that.
Oh, yes, you did.
Really?
Everybody got one.
Oh, gee.
You have me blocked, Grace?
I don't know. Maybe it went. I don't know. I'll look for it.
Well,
that would have been there.
I will send you a personal text next and make sure, or a call or something to make sure, because it was really a good session. And it only took maybe an hour and a half or so. We didn't do any big heavy duty stuff. So it's just to get people's, interested, seeing the process, see how we go through editing. And anyway, so it works out pretty good. So that's kind of our update. But the 20th, the speaker series, the invites have been sent out to the groups.
Right.
So register, you'll see my little presentation and we'll go from there. All right. We are meeting again in 2 weeks on the 24th. So we will be Zooming and possibly in person. We'll have to see. We'll talk about that. One way or another, we will have a get together. All right, everybody. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye.
Great day.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Kevin.
Thank you.